Now we're outside of the church of St Nicholas Church, Chawton, Diocese of Winchester. So this is the entrance gateway to the churchyard, and Chawton has, has a single church, which is St Nicholas, and this was Jane Austen's parish church, so I believe, and is the burial place of her mother and her sister. So we are now, let me see, on the north side of the church, and it's primarily built of flint by the looks of it, and it's got large buttresses all the way along the side of the church, lots of stained glass windows, and there's the tower with some rather ornate sort of steeples on it, points on it. There's been a church stood on the site since the 1270, and the church suffered a disastrous fire in 1871, and it destroyed all but the chancel. Just here in front of me is this rather lovely statue. Let's have a look around and see. Oh, here we go. Jane Austen worshipped here between 1809 and 1817. Donated by the Friends of Chawton Church, Foyle Foundation, De Laszlo Foundation, Hampshire and County Council, Yasna, I think that says. But we're in amongst these, so I'm on the west end of the church now, and I can't get too far back from the church because we've got a wall running round the outside. But this is at the base end of the tower, going up that way. There's a rather large window here which is built of stone, and you can see the stone corners on the corners of the tower going all the way up. And we're amongst these trees here which look like some yew trees. The church was reserved for burial for the Knight family, and the graves include that of Jane Austen's mother and her sister, which we've still yet to find. But as like the house just now, this has got a different type of wall running round it, with these little pillars, brick pillars, running all the way along around the circumference of the cemetery, and it's all capped off again with brick and then a cement capping running around. Steve and Cynthia are away over there, and I'm guessing they're looking for the graves of Jane Austen's mother and sister, but I'm underneath this large sprawling yew tree here, and we've got what we got here, about 3 or 4 different yew trees. So let me wander over this way to see what Steve and Cynthia have found, and see if they found those 2 graves. Have you had any luck?
Yes.
Steve's pointing here, and so Cynthia, now just in front of us now. So we've got on the right,
That's the sister.
the sister, Cassandra Elizabeth Austen, who died the 22nd day of March 1845, aged 72 years.
That's the mother.
And this is the mother, also named Cassandra, and she died on the 18th day of January 1827, it looks like, aged 87 years. And again, on this south side of the church, huge buttresses going right the way up, almost to the gutter line. And Steve's found a plaque on the wall over here. I'm hoping we'll be able to get inside the church. What you found there, Steve?
Yes, it's difficult to read. Somebody called John Baker.
John Baker. Oh, hang on. Rector of the parish, 25 years. Died April the... Hang on. April the... Can't make that out. 1742. In his 70th year. Can't read. Remember them that have had the rule over you, who have spoken to you the word of God. I can't make that out. Follow, considering the end of the conversation, Jesus Christ the fame, yesterday, to the day and forever. Couldn't make all of that out, I do apologise. But there's a couple of other little headstones just here at the back of the family grave, but I can't see any writings on them. There's numbers on them, or letters, CA and CE. Oh, that's just the, yeah, that's the initials of the mother and daughter. So hopefully we can get inside the church and have a look in there. But this is a substantial tower. Interestingly made, although made of flint, they've not been napped. None of the flints have been napped in any way at all, and that's very unusual. I've just been reminded by Steve that Jane Austen's brother was actually adopted by the Knight family, and this graveyard was specifically done for the Knight family. And Cynthia found that all these gravestones, headstones along here, are for the Knight family, and they're rather neatly lined up. So you've got one row against the fence line there, got another line here just where Steve is, and then this one through here. And you can't read any of the names on them as far as I can see at the moment. And then these through here. I don't know whether these continue down here. No, they're not. There's a family called Oaford. But all those ones up there are all the Knight family. So that was Jane Austen's brother's adopted family. We're just about to go into the church now, and we're standing in front of this rather large porchway, and just above us is a statue, and we think it could be the bishop or a bishop, because we are under the Diocese of Winchester here, and there's some words up there. My house shall be called of all nations the house of prayer. So we're going to go in through this stone porch and through a rather large stone mullions round these doors. We did open the door, but as soon as you walk into the church, you've got this beautiful font just in front of me, but the lighting's not very good in here. But just in there, you've got inset look like little tiles, and they go all the way round. So here we are inside now. So this is the south aisle, the main aisle, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 arches separating the main part of the church to the north aisle. And we've got these beautiful stained glass windows, and then we got the east end where the altar is. And again, around the top of that huge arch, thou art the King of glory of Christ. And just look at this wood here, the way it's all been carved out. It's absolutely stunning. And just to my right hand side you've got the pulpit. If you step up towards the altar, you've got the beautiful organ pipes, and as I say, the lighting's not great at all. I wonder if there's any more light switches anywhere. Let me have a look, see if I can find any light switches. Can't see anything there. No, I can't really. I'm not going to go messing around too much in here. But the lighting's pretty good around the altar, and that's rather lovely there. We've got this rather impressive marble looking statue here. Can't really see that. Oh, that's Richard Knight, just there. And as I turn back to walk towards the east end, just on the floor here, which again I'm not going to be able to pick up on this camera, I don't think, it says Christopherus Knight, Arminger, died October 22nd, and then a lot of it is in Latin by the looks of it. And also his wife Elizabetha Knight. And then that's the family coat of arms, I would have thought. Again, this camera's not going to pick this up if it's too dark. But the stained glass windows are all beautifully done. And that's the one on the west end of the church, just there. There are lots of different plaques all the way around the walls, and this is the to the glory of God, in the proud and loving memory of the men of this parish who died for their country in the Great War of 1914-19. The timbers in the roof are rather substantial. An absolutely lovely church, beautiful. Well, we've just had a wander around the church, which was rather lovely actually in there, to have a look at all the bits and bobs. As I said just now, there's lots and lots of different plaques in there. But Steve's having a look at the wall here.
Just saying that some of this has been napped, but not all.
Oh yeah, there are odd bits of napping been done on some of the flints. That's ironstone.
All right.
That's ironstone. Then we've got another bit there, another bit there, another bit. Yeah, there's a few bits of ironstone dotted about. But yeah, lovely church. But Cynthia, you said just now that I was on about the yew trees, and you said you actually counted 14.
At least 14.
At least 14 yew trees. Which was, yeah, I think that's almost as many as we saw at the churchyard in Midhurst, where I think we saw 14 or 16 yew trees.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah. So so that's our visit to Chawton House and the church. So what, Steve, where do we go on from here? Do we go on?
We're going to go back down into Chawton itself to Jane Austen's house.
Ah, down to Jane Austen's house is the next visit. So I'll just give you one more look at the north side of the church as we're about to leave and head back into Chawton itself. that's it for the church. Chawton Parish Church.
St Nicholas.
St Nicholas. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, thank you. Always corrects me. But we're going to head into Chawton now. So this will be Kevin, Steve and Cynthia over there saying bye-bye, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
If you just enjoyed watching Kevin's latest video on his Kevin's Rambles channel, do give him a thumbs up. Consider liking and subscribing, and that way you'll be kept notified of all future videos. As we are. Isn't that right, Zorro?